Oh, in the Closet of Doom, someone put together a receipt. So I was like, man, where is this? And then I was looking for mouses to sell because I'm getting a gaming mouse better than an M500. Then I found this thing. I'm like, man, skateboard. Then I said, man, I could have swore I had a spare set of trucks. I think I might have scrapped them or I sold them. I don't know. I know I had a set of Bones black bearings that are in their thing now, like the best bearings you could buy. I sold them like real cheap to this idiot kid who knocked some girl up, and then I think they had like an abortion or something. Some stupid kid who used to work next to me at this stupid dealer down here in Condo Land. So he skated, I guess. I didn't. I just was into selling everything. But at one point I did. My other board, actually, I had two of these decks. This was a Zero board. This is the Power. Had like a lightning bolt going through it, and like a white fist. Maybe you can't have that today. It was kind of like a Power. I don't know, weird, but it was like a cool deck. I think it's like 7.7 or something, or 7 3/4 width. And they put these stupid stickers on it to cover up what it is. But I used to do like board slides and stuff. The other board I had, it was way more chewed up in the front and the back. I don't know what happened to that board. I guess I threw it out when I moved. I don't know. And it had some major delamination on the sides and stuff. This one's pretty screwed up. I should really get a new deck. But I found this board, and just holding this board unlocks so many memories. And I'm glad I still have it. Show off your skateboard. But this is what it is. Now everything's... I think I could still get a Zero deck, which I was considering. They're like cheap, like 50 bucks. Just to get one. They're made in Mexico. Trucks are still good, usable. I have to service my bearings. But this board was funny. Like I bought this. Really, this is my skateboarding career. It hasn't been in so long. And these kids I dealt with too were just idiots. It's the first time experience of just dealing with people. I can talk bad about them now because I don't talk to them. But basically, there was this kid who sold me a skateboard. Oh yeah, it's like one of those sight unseen things. I had this happen to me twice. One was a skateboard. Second thing was that Mako toolbox that I sold for 200 bucks to someone else. I resold it at the same price. Skateboard, I didn't get to it. This kid's like, oh man, it's a Zero Firebird skateboard. You know, it's like it's a pro board. I didn't know what I paid. Maybe 20 bucks, maybe more. Maybe the kid wanted 40 bucks for it. I don't know. If it was 40 bucks, really, if I ever see them again, I'll freaking push them to the damn ground. No, seriously though, that wasn't cool. And the shape the board was, obviously, if it was a nice person, they would have just gave it to me for free, saying that if you want to learn something, you know, here you go, try it out. But they weren't that kind of person, so screw them. I don't talk to them anymore. They're a moron. So basically, I got that board. It like fell apart, so I built my own skateboard. This one might have had, well, different deck. I might have started independent trucks. Then I went to Destructo trucks. See a little grinding. We used to do a little shit like this. But what happened was, I got the skateboard. Then the kids next door were like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, skateboard." And then some other kids down the street, "Oh, cool skateboard." Before you know it, there were like 5 kids with skateboards on our block, and all the parents are looking at me like, "Ah, F that kid," because I made everyone like go out and get like $120 skateboard, you know. I was getting mine cheaper though. I think they bought theirs locally at these rip-off board stores. So, but anyway, it unlocked so many memories holding this and still having it because I didn't get rid of it. And that's what I tell people a lot: keep stuff you have, because when you have it in your possession still to hold it, it unlocks all the memories, all the places you went and everything. And then what happened was I was having really trouble. I couldn't even ride a skateboard, honestly. I think I bought this after I finally learned how to ride the really shitty board that the kid ripped me off. And I learned how to ride it. I couldn't get my back foot on, so like I would be like pushing. This is the tail, by the way. I was like pushing, and I couldn't get my back foot on. I was just so uncoordinated. But then I overcame that, and I was riding around and riding down all these big hills and stuff. And their board was so messed up. There's literally a point on the nose, and the tail was just flat. And like seriously, what an asshole kid, man. I'm not gonna, if there's a piece of shit thing and someone wants to learn something, man, I'll just give it to people. And, my time. But the deck's not terrible, but I just feel like using it. I want to service my bearings and stuff. But this one went to Skaters Island in Rhode Island. That was a popular skate park. I think the roof fell into it and and collapsed. Where I used to live, it was absolutely horrible. So like actually learning how to skateboard, it was really bad because the street was sanded during the winter time, and that sand lasted for such a long time. I'd have to go down to the new area of the street. I should really post pictures and everything where it was. But I had to go down to this new area of my street where these newer houses were. They were built like later, or like mid-90s, later 90s, whatever. Like mid-90s. And they had a smoother pavement because the street in front of my house was done in like 1970. And then they did that cheap ass, they were doing it all over the neighborhood, and they haven't done it since. They sprayed down tar, then they laid down a bunch of rocks, and then they just let the cars pound it in, and then like 3 months later they sweeped it all up. So it was like the roughest possibly pavement you could ever have. And I still have these rocks. I'm still picking them out of the cars here, you know, decades later, which is just funny. It was just that bad. You're really riding down the street and all you hear is rocks kicking up under your car for such a high taxed area. It was BS. But I couldn't skate directly in front of my house. My driveway was a big bend. So was the kids next door at the time. Their driveway was even worse. It was like a challenge just riding down that thing. It was fun. It was like a ramp. So yeah, I made everyone basically get skateboards in my old street. And then I left that school to go to boarding school, and then this is where everything I kind of just gave up on it, because the kids were really negative there. They were like, oh yeah, you can't do this, you can't do that, blah 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 blah. And it just sucked. You wanted to just freaking whatever. You couldn't even say anything bad to them either. It's just that kind of place. So that kind of screwed you up mentally. And the problem was there too. They only let you skate at like 9 o'clock at night for like a half an hour or something. So you couldn't just, it wasn't enough time just to learn. So I gave up on it. I basically gave up on it. And it's funny. I actually tried some shit on here before, and I was actually so much better at it now, years later. I have so much better balance and everything. But it was funny. Skateboard. Yeah, I'll do 3 tricks at 30. Or 33, or something like that. 3 tricks at 33. We'll try. I gotta get some better shoes, and I want to service this thing. And I really want to get a different deck, because this deck is pretty old. All it's hanging on the wall. Get a new deck, because this wood is, you know, old. The trucks are fine. The bearings can be serviced. The wheels are but usable. These are the Bones black bearings. Yeah, I sold the bearings to that freaking piece of shit kid for like 10 bucks or something. 10 bucks, 20 bucks. I don't know what I was thinking. They were like $60 bearings now. I live and learn. Don't sell anything. Don't give anyone a deal. You know, people think you're doing nice things, giving people a deal, but you're better off giving away for free, like that kid with the skateboard. Probably should have did if I was interested in it. Then that kid too didn't really want to like show you or teach you anything either. He was an idiot. He's hanging out with the wrong people. Glad I left. These are some of the people too. I just left school one day and like never even showed up because I went to a different school. And like these are the people that didn't even really care about you. Like, hey, where'd you go? You think they would reach out and say anything? Nope, didn't even fucking care. So that's the kind of people they are. But live and learn. Yeah, skateboard. You know, if I would have got rid of this thing, all these memories would have been gone. Yeah, we went to Skaters Island. We went to all these different skate parks. We went to one in like Gloucester every day. And then the deal is with the whole thing, we had like after school activities, skateboarding. The deal was, you know, the school day was just so long. By the time you get back, you're going for like 12 hours or something. And again, like you were just tired, so learning how to do stuff is just a bummer, you know. But yeah, skateboard. I had this fancy extra money screw with the red on it. I could have just painted them like orange or something to know where the tail is. Yeah, I built it all yourself though. Riser pads, Structo trucks. These are made in China now, I think. These might be made in USA. Everything's made overseas now. It's crazy. Yeah, I should really run a chaser over the ends of my trucks because the threads are kind of beat up. The bearings are all good and stuff. But I want to lube them up. These things go for a really long time. Zero wheels. I think they're like 53. Same wheel. These used to be bright white. Look what happens to them. But yeah, nice and smooth. That was a one guy who used to work at our school. His friend owned a skate shop, and they put these stickers all over the place. Like every road sign leading to the shop. It was kind of funny. It was a joke. And this is one of them. I think they closed down Coliseum somewhere, and it had like 3 locations. And Massachusetts somewhere. That was some free stickers. 0. Yeah, Zero was cool. They had some cool ones now, Zero. Like the Misfits and stuff, and John F. Kennedy with blood coming out of his head. It's some freaking funny stuff. Messed up stuff. Boom, Swiss. But yeah, that was the skateboarding thing. I don't know how many tricks we learned on this. We could like ollie 180, do like a manual, do like a nose ollie or an ollie board slide. I think I was getting down, but I didn't kind of turn enough. Again, this like really negative people we were with, so that kind of turned me off. And the weather sucked. Really rough pavement. I had to like go down the street and like blow the sand out of the way with a backpack blower or broom it just to skate. Here it's perfect actually. This around here with these roads, you know, I'm surprised more people aren't doing it. It's just perfect roads. And this all started too the other day. I saw a video with Trevor Jacobs. He was like boarding with Tony Hawk. He met him, and then there was this kid right around here at Condo Land wiped out his board while I was walking the dogs, and he just crashed on the ground really bad. He was trying to like do some trick and he basically failed it big time. And then I just find this thing that falls out basically when I'm looking for mouses and seat supplies. It's just funny how things happen. Glad I still have it though. Wish I had the first deck. Wish I still had the trucks, but can't find anything. I did find another set of wheels in the Horde. I might have riser pads too. Red ones maybe. I don't know. I should have trimmed these. You can make your own riser pads out of ABS plastic. You don't need to even buy them. But yeah, skateboard. If you have one, show it off. This thing is old, man. This thing's probably like 20 years old. No doubt. Yep. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, Zero. I don't know how long it is too. They make them wide now. They're all like 8 inches or wider. I think I could still get one about this width, which I'll keep, because then I need bigger trucks. But I don't know. I might do something with it just for a little nostalgia. Even if I never use it. How big is this thing? 30. This is like 31, I think. Hold on. I don't think it's bigger than 31. The kid next door was very, very young at the time. He had a big ass board. He has like 31 something. Yeah, it's like 31. 7. I think it's like 775 or something by 31. Yeah, it's cool though. Dude, Tic Tac. We need skateboard shoes. These don't cut it anymore. I was going to do a video on this, like all the different ways you can tie your shoes or replace your shoes. There's a million different ways. I got new shoes. And yeah, skateboard. Badass, man. We can still get on this thing, which is amazing. Wow. I just hit my desk. No room. No room in Condo Land. That hurt. Didn't mean to do that. I gotta get a new desk too. My room is trashed. Yeah, if you have your skateboard, show it off. It's my skateboard story. Then everyone in the street too, there's too much traffic. So you have the skateboard in the street, and just the amount of cars that just came by. It's just a nightmare. This was a bad learning situation at the time, so I quit. But a lot of things I quit and I come back to, and the second time, the third time, I'm like so much better at it. I quit with computers, I quit with cars, I quit with RC cars, I quit with tow truck. I think everything I ever tried, I quit. And I came back to it, so I got fed up. But yeah, should go ride around here at night, it'll be fun. I want to get a new deck though. Just in case if I break this one, I'll feel sad that it's one of my originals. And maybe new wheels. I just want bright white wheels. I'll look cool instead of these old things that are kind of worn out. Trucks though, we're not buying trucks. Trucks are expensive. It's like 50 bucks. So what do we have? That was like 50 bucks. Bearings were like 50 bucks. This was an expensive board. Deck was like 50 bucks. Wheels were probably 20. It's shit, dude. It's probably like $170 something board. Man, I scrapped one out like an idiot. I forget how much things cost. Had 2 of them. I built 2. And yeah, the kid who sold me the junk board, man, that's just wrong. It might have been, I don't know if that kid wanted 40 bucks. It better only been 20 bucks, seriously. That was just wrong. You know, anytime someone has interest and they want to do something and you have something that they can probably benefit from, just give it to them, you know. I've done it so many times. And then some people are actually idiots that I gave stuff to, but other people were appreciative that I gave stuff to. And sometimes with that, just like things come back to you. when you do it. So that's that RC car, skateboard. Yeah. We never really wrecked out to or hurt ourselves too bad. One time I was doing a board slide in a pretty bad place, and you have to skate in the dark too, and it wasn't really much light, so it was super dangerous. So I think I board slid and I actually hit right in my mouth. I had braces at the time. I like knocked 2 braces off. I don't know what I hit actually with my mouth. It hit pretty quite light though. I probably had the braces saved, whatever it was. It just popped off. Yeah, skateboard. That was my biggest injury, but I was going too slow. And it was dark, it's dangerous, you know. Do stuff a lot safer now today. Skateboard! I can't believe it. I want to clean my grip tape. I gotta get belt sander stuff. It's like $9 and you can clean all that shit off. I don't know what got on there. It got wet. Yeah, the other deck got really wet. That's why I think I junked it. It started coming apart. Like destroyed the deck. It used to rain all the time. Yeah. Yeah, there were some nasty kids though. One kid who used to say all shit all the time too. I think he has his own business now. Like teaching people extreme boxing or something. I don't know. He's a moron. I don't care for him anymore. So, skateboard, man. We'll try some shit one day. We'll ride around Condo Land. Show off your skateboard if you have one.